What's up YouTube, Travster. As you guys know, in the last patch, Shen was nerfed a little bit, so we're going to go over the new starting items for Shen. It has changed a little bit because they nerfed his damage on his Q, which makes farming really difficult, especially under tower. So this is an updated starting item for Shen. It is not what you think. I'm pretty sure none of you have done this. You guys always ask me what I'm doing on stream, and I explain it, and you guys are like, oh, that makes perfect sense. So I thought I'd make a video on it. It all came from the Shen nerf. I mean, you have to adapt, you have to adjust to what Riot did, or you're going to suffer. So I'm going to go over first the issue, and then second how I fix it and how I improve my laning phase. My laning phase is a lot, like significantly better now. So the issue with the Shen nerf, it was 10 damage reduction on his Q. Now that is on the magic damage, not the percent HP obviously, but it was still enough for him to not be able to last hit minions under tower. And the minion I'm talking about are the caster minions, the back minions. So obviously the front minions, the melee minions, they take 2 tower hits, you last hit, easy peasy as long as your minions are not attacking them as well. And then cannon, you just time it whenever you want. But the back minions, you used to be able to let the tower hit them once and then hit them with a Q, but now you cannot do that until your Q is maxed pretty much, which is after laning phase. So it's really difficult to CS under tower with that because you don't have the damage to last hit those back minions, and you end up losing most of them. And the only time you can CS them is if your minions attack them first. Obviously, minion aggro is not a reliable way to farm, so you can't tell the minions on which ones to attack. So you have to adapt, you have to get damage somewhere in order to CS. Now, I did try minion dematerializer. Obviously, it works because you just point and click and it kills it. But you can only do that 6 times, and the increase in damage you get from minion dematerializer doesn't give you enough damage to last hit still. It's percent damage to the minions, so obviously later in the game it would work, but by then, once again, laning phase is over, so you're kind of still out of luck. So I'm going to go over the items I've tried and everything like that, and I'll show you what's been working for me in order to last hit those minions, and what's helped me farm a lot better, get items sooner, and survive laning phase without dying, because Shen is having a really rough time against poke champs right now. But this made it a lot better. So getting into starting items here, we'll just look at this first. So you have your typical Dorn's shield, which does give you, as you can see, 5 single damage minions on hit, but you lost 10, and the 5 is not enough. Trust me, I've tried it. It's still not enough damage to last hit those minions under tower. So I'm not a big fan of Dorn's anymore. I did try Dorn's Blade as well. You're like, 8 damage, okay, you're getting close to 10. It's actually still not enough. It's still not enough. Even at level 5, when you have multiple points in Q, it's still not enough to last hit those caster minions, which is really frustrating. So the only, and call is also not enough. Someone recommended that. Once again, not enough damage. The only way I've able to do this, which kind of led me down a really good path for laning, is longsword. So you start longsword, and then you start, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can start longsword with a rejuvenation bead, or you can start longsword with a refillable potion. And I'll tell you why refillable potion is better in my opinion. It goes down to the runes, but longsword gives you that damage. Obviously it gives you 10 damage, the 10 you lost, to reliably last hit, and also it helps you with trading as well. Now the best part about this that I didn't really think about is it's really efficient. So if you start longsword and regen bead at 700 gold, you can back and buy Tiamat at 700 gold, because both longsword and rejuvenation bead build into Tiamat. So you can back after 700 gold and get a really strong item, and then your CS problems are gone for the rest of the game, and you can tank up after that. So that's a really extremely efficient way to do it if you can survive laning phase. I haven't had any trouble at all surviving laning phase, even against poke champs. Now another way you can do it, like I said, is go longsword and refillable. Obviously you'll need more than 700 gold. Now you'll need 850 because you don't have the regen bead. But still, 850 for first back and get Tiamat, that's really good. And you can just tank up after that, and then all your farming issues are pretty much solved. And then the reason you want to go refillable most of the time, in my opinion, is because of the rune Iron Skin. So if you go into your runes here, or the other one as well, which is Mirror Shell. So if you go down here, I actually had conditioning on. I think I was jungling, I was jungling or something. So if you go down here, Iron Skin, if you look at the stats here, it gives you 5 armor, obviously flat. So if you're against AD, go armor, and if you're not, go Mirror Shell, MR. They're the same thing, pretty much. But the heal effects from consumables heal for at least 20 health, and shields increase your increase your armor by 5% for 3 seconds. So it makes you a lot tankier. I want to say a lot. It makes you decently tankier in that short duration while you're healing. So that could be really useful in lane. I've tried it. It works pretty well. The refillable potion does, and obviously you don't have to keep buying pots. You can just heal up every time you back. So that is very useful. Obviously, it's the same thing for Mirror Shell for the MR. It's the same active, passive, whatever you want to call it. Same rune. I guess that's what you should call it. But both of those give that. Obviously, this one does not. So that's a downside. But I have been running Iron Skin or Mirror Shell, depending on whether it's AD or AP, and it's been working out really well. So I would highly recommend going Longsword and Regen Bead. If you're against a melee lane where you're not going to take a ton of poke, I would highly recommend going Longsword Regen Bead so you could get Tiamat really early. 700 gold is nothing to get Tiamat. That's crazy good. And you waste 0 gold. Like with Doran Shield, you waste gold because you can't buy anything else, but it's still good. You just can't buy any or build anything out of it. But getting Tiamat early is really strong, obviously for trading and farming and all that good stuff. And split pushing, it does AoE damage to minions, so really good. And then if you have a heavy poke lane, then you can still go Longsword, but go refillable potion. Also, you get the bonus healing from Iron Skin and Mirror Shell. So that is what I've been running, and it has been working out really well for me. I've been having a lot of good laning phases recently. And even poke champs don't really hurt me as much anymore because of that. But yeah, this is the rune page I've been running top lane, by the way. Really like it. I'll cover that in a different video. If you guys want me to upload a Shen top lane guide, an updated version, because I've been trying out everything, let me know. I'll do that probably in the next week. But yeah, this is how I've been starting my games. Longsword into either Rejuvenation Bead for Tiamat or Refillable Potion into Tiamat. So that is how I fix my CS issues. Now there is the argument that you could just not get pushed under tower and that you could just try to freeze the wave in the mid, but that doesn't really work because if you're against a poke champion, they're eventually going to poke you down. The only way you can survive against like heavy poke champs, like a Swain or even a GP or something like that, is to farm on your tower so you're out of their attack range. You just farm on your tower so you don't take a ton of damage from them. But when you're pushed up in the lane, away from your tower, they have free reign on whatever they want to do to you. So if you walk up to last hit, they will damage you, and it's going to hurt over time, and you're not going to be able to sustain through that. So that's the main reason I like farming under tower, because it keeps me alive, and it allows me to get gold safely. But yeah, you could try to push out the lane. One, you're going to open yourself up to ganks, not good, and two, you're probably going to get poked to death. So that is why I prefer farming under tower. That's how I believe Shen should be played right now, because he can't really do well in other positions in the lane. He's got to live out his tower, which is completely fine. I mean, he's not meant to win laning phase. He's meant to win other lanes with his ulti. So makes perfect sense. But that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think and try it out. Let me know how it goes. It has been working really well for me. I've been doing it literally every single game for the past week and a half, something like that. So let me know what you guys think. As you guys know, I'm climbing through Diamond. It's been quite the process. We keep getting promoted and then demoted. I'm kind of hitting the spot where I'm not going to say I've reached my true skill level, because I've been experimenting. I mean, the preseason is all about experimenting. I've been trying out so many different things, like full damage Shen, stuff like that. But I'm just trying to test everything out, learn everything. So as always, guys, thank you for watching, and please remember to like, comment, subscribe. We are on pace to hit 16,000 subscribers by Christmas, which is crazy. So thank you guys so much for just all your support. You guys have been crazy this year, so thank you. Well, that is all I got for today's video. As always, have a lovely rest of your day.